Okay, so welcome. Thank you so much for joining. I'm super excited to be sharing this energy medicine with you. And the theme that we're doing today is around transformation. And I think it's been a transformative year for lots of people. There's been the energy of transformation has been very much in the air from what I've been hearing and talking to various people about, that lots of people have had quite big stuff, like big challenging stuff going on in their lives and presenting in their lives. And also sometimes having, like full identity breakdowns or illusions dissolving, or really just feeling like their old lives no longer fit, or having massive tower moments where things are just getting stripped away from you, like whether it's your job or it could be grief, could be, like death of a loved one, all sorts of stuff that people have really been in the thick of it this year. And I think collectively as well, on Earth, the energies have been quite intense, and we can see that kind of playing out in the collective. I did a collective card pull before the ceremony and asked Spirit what the theme was going to be for this journey, this session. And the card pull that I got made us laugh really. Well, it made us smile and laugh. And it's got a number one on it and a picture of a horse. And I find that interesting because it's been something that I've been feeling into anyway. So this year, right now, 2025, we're in the year of the snake. And snake symbolisms, shedding old skin. If you think of, I'm getting tingles as I say this, we're in a year of the snake now, and numerology, I can never say this word, numerologically, numerologically, I can't say the word, but in terms of numerology, we're in a year 9. So we have a universal numerology cycle of years 1 to 9 that we go through as a collective, and 2025 is a year 9, so it's a completion of a 9-year cycle. So we're in a year 9 now, and to go back to the card, what I found curious about it is that I've been reflecting on how we're in a year 9 and a snake year now. We're going into a year 1 in 2026, so it's the beginning of a new 9-year cycle. And we're also going into the year of the horse. And horse symbolism, and the horse has been coming to me from various avenues over the last few months, really. It's been popping up synchronistically in various ways, and then a friend told me that we're going into the year of the horse, and I knew it was going to be a year 1, and then I've pulled this card today, and it's the number 1 and a horse. So I just thought it was quite curious in terms of where we're at and what's going on and where we're headed towards in 2026. So yeah, I'm gonna invite some reflection, planting some seeds and feeling into what kind of intentions you might want to be reflecting on or setting in terms of personal intentions as we shift and get closer towards this new beginning, the start of this new 9-year cycle. What do you want to embody? Like, who do you want to be? You already are that person. It's not about changing ourselves. It's about loving, accepting ourselves more fully. But perhaps if there's parts of you that you've hidden or kept locked away from certain people or areas of your life that you have a deep knowing that you want to show more of and show up more authentically, what kind of areas or ways in your life might you begin to step into that as we transition towards this new chapter, this new cycle? I'm going to do a really quick grounding meditation and cleansing the space. And then once I've done that, I'll invite some journaling prompts to kind of journal around those themes. And then I'll go into a deeper guided journey where you'll receive energy medicine, energy healing, light language, and sacred sound. So if it feels comfortable to you, closing down the eyes, don't worry if it's not comfortable to close down the eyes, always trusting where you're at and what feels good and nourishing for you and your body. If you don't want to close down the eyes, just having a soft gaze on something in the room. If you've got a candle, maybe gazing into the candle or just something in front of you. And just beginning to take a really nice, nourishing deep breath into your body, maybe breathing in your fullest breath in through the nose if that's available. And just sighing anything out, maybe making a noise, maybe enjoying that, just tuning into what the body wants to do. And then repeating that nice cleansing breath, breathing in a beautiful full breath in through the nose. Maybe holding it at the top for a moment and then just sighing it out, never forcing the body, never constricting the body or doing anything that feels uncomfortable or that the body doesn't want to do. And just repeating a nice, nourishing, cleansing breath a third time, breathing in your fullest breath in through the nose. And just sighing it out through the mouth. And just really arriving in the space that you're in, arriving in the body that you're in. We can so often operate from the mind and be in the past or in the future, but just beginning to drop into the body, never judging the mind, never telling the mind off for its wandering. It's what the mind does, but just starting to really tune into the body, the space that you're in, perhaps noticing the sensation of the surface beneath you that you're sat on or lying on. Maybe noticing the quality of the mind today, whether it's peaceful, whether it's relaxed, whether it's enjoying this slowing down, this invitation to slow down, or whether there's restlessness and darting about, never judging, always just bearing witness to whatever is there. And just tuning in to the physical, the body, noticing how is my body feeling today? Is it feeling tense in any areas? Is it feeling relaxed? Is it tired? Am I physically tired? Do I need to gift my body some rest, some nourishment? Maybe just enjoying some silence, maybe noticing how often do we have silence, stillness in our lives. And then maybe just noticing how you're feeling compared to when you began this journey, this ceremony. Noticing if your body feels any softer, any more relaxed, whether the mind, the emotions feel maybe a little bit calmer or lighter. And then allowing yourself in your own time, just being really slow, knowing that there's no rush. And if you want to stay inward and reflect on these prompts, that is welcome. You don't have to write. You can simply receive the words that I'm going to share. It's entirely up to you. If you're enjoying this space of rest, you don't need to come out of it, just honoring what your body is telling you that it wants in this moment. I'm gonna share the first little prompts for you to reflect on or write around, and also know that you can revisit this anytime if you want to go deeper with it or maybe journey with it over the coming month or cycle, moon cycle. So the first prompts to reflect on inwardly or outwardly are: what are you shedding? What are you shedding? What feels like old skin? an old pattern, loop, or perhaps a program. And maybe it's something that you've picked up from upbringing or family or caregivers, the culture, any old ways that just don't feel like they're fitting anymore. What are you shedding or feeling ready to shed or being called to shed? We don't always feel ready, but sometimes we have an inner knowing that it's necessary. What are you shedding or preparing to shed? I'm gonna read the full reading of the card pull, which I'll share as well, so you'll be able to see it. I'll share it on the group. Yeah, I'm gonna share a guided inner journey now where you just get to receive. You just get to receive medicine, energy medicine, Reiki, sound, light language. So just getting really comfortable in your space, getting as cozy and comfortable as you possibly can. And then beginning to take, once again, a nice deep breath into your body, breathing in your fullest breath in through the nose. Sighing it out through the mouth. And repeating that cleansing breath again, just breathing in a nice full breath, maybe sinking a little bit deeper into the surface beneath you. Sighing it out through the mouth. Just allowing the mind to begin to drift. Just allowing it to go wherever it wants to go. Releasing the mind. Releasing any to-do lists. Anything that you might be carrying from the day or the week. Look onala koshu yu analo ekelo shu. Ketolokai etenienta yu aloko shu andala yu. We welcome the energy of Mother Earth into the space. Etolok onala koshuniente. Ket ekoniente kuluk onal yaka hal esheketi isiente lokotiamiento lokotali. Maybe feeling heavier in the body as you connect to her energy, maybe feeling sensation or tingles in the body as you breathe in. Ken yo la wshu ah yu. Ken loko yu endolam shukati isi yu etoloko hala shu ende lokati itiemienta. And then just feeling really deeply held by her and her energy. Maybe imagining that she begins to weave a beautiful web of light, of protection around your vessel, around your being, cocooning you protectively in her arms, in her energy, in her field. Receiving that love as a song that moves in waves through your body, dissolving any energy that you're ready to shed, anything that you're ready to let go of, dissolving it and just seeing it or sensing it drift away and out of your body. As you receive this song to support that shift, inviting in the energy of the horse, maybe imagining, sensing, knowing that your spirit self, your higher self, is walking through a vast meadow or field, and that you notice this beautiful horse, this beautiful creature in the distance. And just inviting a space for this horse energy, this guide, to share some wisdom with you. Ketalo laweki mosa kelako nani eai osa eai ekeasi ai nai kohi alla 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 hola shu. Knowing that you are deeply held in whatever transformation you are moving through. Kela kohi, yena niente. Maybe beginning to invite a little bit of life, a bit of movement back into the body. Start to wake the body back up, maybe giving the fingers and toes a little wiggle, and knowing that you can journey with this meditation, this inner journey again, and that sometimes when we re-journey with the energy medicine, it offers and gifts us different things each time, and creates some space for slowness, for stillness, for rest over the next few days. Maybe avoiding alcohol, substances, at least for the next 24 hours. But don't worry if that's not possible, but it does just help to support integration. And choosing grounding, nourishing foods where it's possible, thinking wintry broths, root vegetables, grounding foods, nuts, seeds, dark chocolate can be very grounding, and getting out in nature, breathing fresh air, connecting your feet on earth. Maybe giving some thanks to Mother Earth as you walk or sit outside if it's not too cold where you are. And yeah, thank you so much for journeying. Oh, I feel emotional all of a sudden. Thank you so much for journeying with me. Yeah, it's been beautiful to share space. So I'm gonna love you and leave you. I'm gonna stop the recording. So thank you for joining. Take care.